Hello, what I'm going to share with you today may very well be the most important scientific news of this decade. Get ready, because what we're about to discuss challenges everything we know about physics. But before we begin, leave your opinion about the subject in the comments below. It's important for continuing to bring relevant information to you. The 3I Atlas is visible again. After disappearing behind the sun for weeks, the most anomalous interstellar object ever detected has emerged from perihelion. And what we're observing is absolutely extraordinary. It's glowing in a blue more intense than that of our own sun. Pay attention to this. It's not reflecting sunlight, it's emitting light as if powered by something hotter than the solar photosphere's 800 Kelvin. We've classified this as the 10th impossible property of an object that statistically shouldn't exist. It follows a trajectory perfectly aligned with the planet's ecliptic plane around the sun and exhibits another 9 equally bewildering anomalies. You're about to discover why this single color measurement suggests technology we've never encountered. 10 statistical impossibilities are converging simultaneously, culminating in a brightness signature that rewrites the rules of physics as we know them. And December 19th marks the moment of truth. Most people assume that comets simply shine by reflecting starlight. But what happens when the color temperature of an object exceeds that of the star it's orbiting? Pay attention to the cascade of contradictions you're about to hear. Each of them narrows the explanation to something truly extraordinary. This morning, we received the news that changed everything. The object got much brighter than expected, but it's not just that the object's color is bluer than the sun itself. And this is profoundly surprising because usually when there's dust around an object, it should make it red, not blue. Let me explain the context. On October 29th, 2025, the 3I Atlas reached perihelion, its closest approach to the sun, at just 54 million kilometers away. To give you an idea of the intensity of this proximity, 770 watts per square meter of solar radiation hit its surface. Natural comets fragment under this brutal thermal attack. 3I Atlas didn't fragment, but here's the crucial detail. Earth-based telescopes couldn't see anything during this critical moment. The object passed directly behind the sun, completely invisible from our perspective, hidden since October 21st during the solar conjunction. As Avi Loeb himself observed, it got closer to the sun yesterday. Unfortunately, we can't observe it from Earth because Earth is on the opposite side of the sun. And this could also have been an indication of deliberate technological design. Fortunately, 3 space observatories occupied strategic positions where the sun didn't block their view. The Stereo satellite, orbiting slightly ahead of Earth, captured crucial data with its Cora 2 coronagraph. The SOHO, positioned at the L1 Lagrange point and the gravitational equilibrium point between Earth and Sun, continuously monitored with its LASCO instruments, and GO-19, a brand. New Weather satellite, launched in 2024, captured detailed footage with its CEAS-OR1 coronagraph from geostationary orbit. These 3 perspectives documented something that no Earth-based telescope could witness. And in a few seconds, you'll discover why the lead astrophysicist from Harvard believes this challenges all the stellar physics models we trust. The September and October data streams revealed a brightness increase unlike any Oort cloud comet ever observed. Let's talk basic physics. The sun is at 5,800 degrees Kelvin above absolute zero, and it's extremely difficult to maintain a surface hotter than that. In fact, by the Stefan-Boltzmann law, an object at the distance of the 3I Atlas from the sun could only reach a temperature about 20 times colder than the sun. Therefore, it should be more reddish, not bluer. The CEAS-OR1 coronagraph detected a luminosity extending 300,000 kilometers around the object. To put that in perspective, that's almost the distance from Earth to the Moon. Imagine a bright sphere the size of the entire Earth-Moon system. The carbon dioxide plume detected in August corresponded to this massive scale. Nevertheless, the mechanism driving this energy release remains obscure. As the peer-reviewed study admits, it's true that comets shine more as they approach the Sun, but this rate of increase has no precedent in observed nature. Then came the color measurement that completely changed the game, and the LASCO and CSER-1 coronagraphs recorded the 3-eye atlas. With a noticeably bluer coloration than the Sun itself, Avi Loeb's analysis is straightforward and devastating. This is extremely surprising. Dust particles scatter sunlight toward the red end of the spectrum. Surfaces colder than 5,800 Kelvin emit redder wavelengths. Previous observations showed the 3-eye atlas with reddish coloration. Now, at perihelion, it changed to blue in the coronagraph data. There's a detail that orthodox comet science simply can't explain. Blue light means higher temperature. The blueness shift raises a question that Loeb puts without circumlocutions. Does the 3-eye atlas use an energy source hotter than our own star? If more energy is coming out than going in, it means there's an internal energy boost independent of solar radiation, and that, my friends, requires intelligence. If dust and reflected sunlight don't explain the color, internal energy generation must be the answer. But natural objects don't carry fuel that burns at temperatures higher than stellar photospheres, which means either our thermodynamic models are catastrophically wrong or we're observing alien technology. There's no middle ground here. The 10 impossible anomalies, this 10th anomaly, joins a list so unlikely that each edition further tightens the noose around conventional explanations. Let's systematically analyze what shouldn't exist but exists. Anomaly 1, impossible ecliptic alignment. Probability, 0.2%. The 3-eye atlas arrived along a trajectory aligned within less than 5 degrees of the ecliptic, the plane where planets orbit objects ejected randomly from other star systems should approach from any angle from above. Below any side, like meteorites hitting a spinning plate, the probability of ecliptic alignment by pure chance is only 0.2%. It's like threading a needle in a pitch-black room. Anomaly 2, jet directed at the Sun, unprecedented during July and August. It expelled a jet of material directed straight at the Sun. Every comet you've ever studied does exactly the opposite. Radiation pressure blows tails away from stars, like hair blowing behind a sprinter 3-eye atlas, broke this fundamental law as if it were running forward with its hair blowing in its face. It's physically contradictory. Anomaly 3, mass velocity paradox, probability 0.1%. Here's a detail that most people won't notice, but it's the definitive proof linking mass, velocity, and possible intention. The 3-eye atlas is 1 million times more massive than Oumuamua and 1,000 times larger than Borisov, but moves faster than comparable interstellar objects. Imagine a fully loaded cargo ship outrunning racing boats. The gravitational effects of the source systems confer velocity inversely proportional to mass. Large objects move slower, Brain. That's basic energy conservation. The 3-eye atlas completely defies this correlation. Anomaly 4, surgical timing, probability 0.005%. Then there's the question of perfect timing. It passed near Mars, Venus, and Jupiter with millimeter precision, but remained completely hidden from Earth during the most critical observation period, perihelion. It's like a tourist visiting 3 main tourist attractions while completely avoiding the main airport cameras. The temporal choreography has the same chances as winning the lottery multiple times consecutively. Anomaly 5. Industrial composition, probability 1% spectroscopic analysis, revealed a nickel to iron ratio similar to industrial alloys produced in Earth-based foundries, not the random elemental soup of primordial cometary ice. It's like finding stainless steel floating in space. Anomaly 6, a catastrophic absence of water. Extremely anomalous comets are essentially dirty snowballs. Composed of 80 to 90% water ice 3, I-Atlas contains only 4% water. It's drier than the Atacama Desert. It's literally an iceberg made of metal, which contradicts the very definition of a comet. Anomaly 7, unique polarization probability. 1% light polarization measurements revealed a signature completely absent from all catalogs of natural objects, including Borisov, the only other confirmed interstellar comet we know to be natural. Anomalies 8 and 9, coincidence with the wow signal probability, 0.6%. And here's something that will give you chills. The 3 I-Atlas arrived from the exact celestial coordinates that produced the wow signal in 1977, the most credible candidate for extraterrestrial radio transmission ever detected. 48 years separate the events. Same cosmic address. It's like two arrows fired decades apart, hitting exactly the same target anomaly. 10, stellar blue glow, thermodynamically forbidden. And now, the perihelion data, with its bluish deviation, crowns the list as anomaly number 10. Loeb's interpretation is cautious, but absolutely clear. The appearance of the free I-Atlas, bluer than the sun, is profoundly surprising. If its surface were simply heated by solar radiation, it would glow redder, not bluer. The temperature gradient is completely inverted. Therefore, an internal mechanism must be generating photons. With higher energy than the surrounding radiation field, scientists debated intensely about publishing this probability. Analysis. Here's what they almost kept secret. When we multiply the individual probabilities of each anomaly, we arrive at a number that defies credibility. Ecliptic alignment, 0.2%. Jet toward the sun, less than 1%. Velocity mass paradox, less than 0.1%. Timing precision, 0.005%. Industrial level composition, less than 1%. Singular polarization, less than 1%. Directional correlation with the wow signal, 0.6%. Astronomical dryness, contradictory to comet definition. Stellar blue glow, thermodynamically forbidden for passive objects. The combined probability, less than 1 in 10 quadrillion. Stop everything. This calculation contradicts all the dismissive explanations you've heard from conventional media. 1 in 10 quadrillion is a probability worse than winning 15 consecutive lotteries. It's more likely that you'd be struck by lightning twice in a year, while holding a royal flush you didn't deal yourself when probability collapses to this extreme degree. Occam's razor is inverted. The simplest explanation becomes the one we've been avoiding. Technology. If Avi Loeb is correct, the 3 I-Atlas possesses technology capable of generating sustained energy at temperatures exceeding our sun's photosphere. This implies mastery over advanced nuclear fusion, antimatter, or physics we haven't yet discovered. Civilizations commanding such power wouldn't arise by accident, nor wander aimlessly through space. Each anomaly, trajectory, timing, composition, thermal signature points to deliberate intention, to design. At this very moment, radio observatories worldwide are in continuous monitoring mode. United States Congress members are facilitating the release of classified high resolution images captured on October 2nd to independent scientific teams. Researchers are actively searching for deliberate course corrections, secondary probe deployment, unnatural radio transmissions, artificial light modulation, or excess infrared signatures indicating active propulsion. The sensors are active, the data streams are open. It is unfolding live wavelength by wavelength through coronagraphs and radio dishes that track a visitor that should not exist. Whether 3I Atlas is the most unusual comet nature has produced, or a machine powered by physics we do not yet grasp, one point is difficult to dismiss. Nothing natural should shine blue at perihelion. Thermodynamics does not allow such behavior. Yet something is shining blue. Something beyond us is testing the limits of our most basic laws. We are about to learn what it is as it enters the reach of our finest instruments. Data is already arriving. Analyses are in progress. The truth, whatever it proves to be, will be revealed soon. And stay with us, follow this channel. What unfolds over the next 50 days may become the most consequential moment in human history. Until next time. And remember, the truth is not only out there, it is approaching us, glowing with an impossible blue. If this was helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel to receive new updates first.